Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new standards of excellence.
Yes.
Say yes to engaging reportage with a difference.
Yes.
Introducing Yes International Magazine.
You're one of the few celebrities that I know, one of the known persons that I know, or among those who have been able to overcome the physical challenge or battle with polio. What would be your advice to those who have refused to wriggle themselves out of such, or out of that hole, so to say? How are you able to do your own? How are you able to overcome your own that today it no longer counts?
Yeah, I think for me, I give that to my father. It was tough, but looking back, my father helped me. He pushed real hard. It was tough at that point because for me it was more like, is this wickedness? But the thing said, look, anybody who is pitying you, they want to kill you. So first and foremost, I think the most important thing is come to terms with where you are, with who you are, and stop the pity party, and get on it. What can I do that I don't have to depend on people? And then you see people in Nigeria, Nigerians are lovely people, very emotional. Like, oh, sorry, I fall, and then that kind of thing. So you need to wriggle your way. You need to move away from that pity party. If you want to move away from it, you have solved half of the problem.
Okay.
And then just know where you understand the things that you can do. It's just like me telling you now that as of tomorrow, I'm going to the Olympics to go and run. Yes, I can go to Paralympics, but I can't go to the actual Olympics to do a 100 meters dash. So these are things that would help you. Okay, there was something I remembered. As a child, I used to watch, one of our cooks, is all this born again, was like, like all those spiritual then. So he was telling my father that there's this program on TV, and it's Angeli in Enugu then, that the man will heal me, blah, 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 da, da, da. So I got the address and I wrote to Angeli, and he wrote back to me that they were coming from Enugu, and I was so excited. And I told my father that I was going for the rally I don't know if it's a rally
program religious program.
Yes. And there were lots of people. So my father said, okay. So my father gave me a driver, gave me someone to go with us. And my father says, I'm looking forward to seeing a newborn baby when you come back in the morning. I will never forget. And so I was very disappointed because I prayed. I was like, very young, and I came back, and then my father sat me down. He said, look, I didn't want to discourage you from going. I'm glad you've gone, right? So you'll not be looking for a miracle to heal you. Miracle is settled, right? I said, yes. He said, so now, let's face the core of who you are. So you see, those, as young as I was, I think I was in primary 5 or thereabout, or primary 6, I could understand that this was the design. This was how God wanted it to be. So this is God's design. There's a reason why it's like this. Okay. So, and then the next thing is to turn to God, ask for the guidance and how to go about all the other things. God will provide all those answers for you. And then you also have to learn the skills to be able to walk here physically. So God is there as a spiritual. He's going to be standing by. He is always broadcasting. You connect to it. So first and foremost, you move away first from that, pity me. No, cut the pity party. Once you do that, then find what can I do? What do I want to do? What is within my grasp? How do I go about it? I think with that mindset, you'll be able to,
Interesting. Now, have you ever regretted having that issue with polio?
No regret. I believe that I believe that God wanted to tell a story through me. And that's the reason why, He picked me for that purpose. So there's
I
no
like
regret,
that.
no regret whatsoever. I mean, you get, oh, can you do this? Can you, of course, when you go abroad, there's empathy. Yeah, but even here, Nigerians are very kind. But there's a difference between kindness and totally getting in your space. Like, sorry, ah, you know, and yes, in fact, they start creating problems for you. Because as far as I'm concerned, they're creating more problems for me. Like, as I see you, I dey wonder, I can't say, because of your condition, they were like, your condition. I'm like, what condition? And, now your condition, I just look your condition, and it make me, as I can't say, I'm like, okay. So that's exactly.
Okay. At what age did it dawn on you that you had that issue with polio?
Yes, of course. I just knew that something was wrong, but it didn't stop me. In our neighborhood in GRA in Enugu, I was the number one goalkeeper now. When they are picking, we have the children. We have children, all the kids, like in Park Avenue, in Park Avenue, there, we had kids. We all used to assemble in the Ononiwu's house, and then we pick 5-a-side, small goalposts and goalkeeper. I was always a choice goalkeeper because they didn't want to leave. They didn't leave me out because anybody who I was their goalkeeper was sure to. They know say I go save penalty. They know. Say if penalty come, I go save penalty. So
Okay.
I think when I went to I think when I went to
Right.
Federal Enugu, it became a bit daunting, having to walk from the dormitory to, but I also used it to my advantage. Let me say this one. So sometimes when I was in JS2 and I wanted to go home, and if you want to go home, you have to take exit. But I really,
Yeah.
really wanted to go home. So I saw the nurse coming, and I saw the nurse. I purposely fell into the gutter. So the nurse packed her car, she ran, So so all those ones were there. And then, I go home, and I didn't know that my father was studying me. I'd gone to the hospital, and he was watching. He was like, "You're going back to school tomorrow." I said, "But I'm still not feeling fine." I said, "But I saw you, So, like, yeah. So at that point, I started seeing how difficult I was in boarding school, and you have to fetch your water, you have to take your water to the bathroom. So it was, it was a tough call. It was a good
Okay.
call.
Now, how
Okay.
does it feel that at the end of the day you ended up becoming a brand ambassador, to an international organization like Rotary?
Oh, for me, it was like bride meeting groom because that's all I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to support. So we had our Sugar Foundation trying to help people because when I came to terms with the fact that the right equipment to support the right working aid to support physically challenged people living with disabilities wasn't here. And I remember Okusoni Rapport then, I went to him and he was trying to help us with the American embassy so we could go to meet Dr. David Pocket. And that didn't work. And then we went to India. And in 24 hours, it was ready. And I'm like, can't this be done in Nigeria? When 24 hours, you walk into a multi-specialist place like this and have this fitted for you. So being able to come to Rotary, I've been able to work with Rotary and the polio ambassadors, like God answering my prayers, like this is where you would properly be utilized because he who solved the pain, I've been in the pain, I know the pain, I understand it. I'm able to relate with people who are going through the same thing. So I mean, polio is one thing. What about post-polio is another thing. So there's so many aspects of it that's not really there, that people don't understand. But when you meet somebody or when you want to talk to people about it, you're able to use yourself as an example that, look at me. Yes, today I've been able to make something out of my life. What about people who their children have that and then they go and lock the children in cupboards? Don't lock them up. Let them let them come out. There's a reason why that has happened. Yes, we understand. And then, you know, in the past, too, some of those vials used to expire. The vaccines, you know, storage and all those things, I'm sure. Hey, but that's in the past. This is now. I'm happy to be part of it. It's like my dreams are come true, to be here, to be in the forefront of ensuring that not one child again, not ever again.
Why don't you upload your songs on YouTube?
We have uploads on YouTube, but you know, you also have to be careful about infringements. Aside from our own, what's it called? Our own recordings that we have, that we
Composition.
upload. Yeah, our own compositions. We have all those ones. We have all those things there, but you also have to be careful as to copyright infringements in whatever, in particular genres of music that you upload. So you have to be sure that you are in tandem with what the law is talking about before you put up all of that.
Okay.
So that's very important.
Thank you very much.